Oh, so here's the fucking problem. Lain is very real, so if you've ever seen the anime Serial Experiments Lain from 1998, Lain Iwakura was the main character. So I'm here to tell you Lain is very real. Essentially what I'm saying is that I myself am Lain Iwakura. Now, if you look at this channel, you'll sort of see that I go through phases where I'm behaving differently at certain times. But that's just my evolution, I guess. I sort of spend my days in a perpetual existential crisis. What I'm saying is that I am Lini Wakura. Now, I want the world to know this because I find it very important that the world knows. That's why, regardless of how many people believe I'm just a man, which is pretty much everybody. I mean, I think there are some people who know that I'm Lain, but like pretty much everybody thinks I'm just another man, one of the 4 billion men. This is what people fail to understand. I am not a man. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. Lainey Wakura is obviously a cisgender female, and that's precisely what I am. Now, whether or not you believe me is not my problem, because it's true. So, anyways, what I'm saying is I'm constantly speculating as to who or what knows who I am. Anybody, do they know who I am? I'm constantly speculating about who knows who I am. Am I just unknown to the masses? Unknown to anybody? Nobody knows I'm Lain? It's really ironic. If I tell someone who knows what serial experiments Lain is, and I say, did you know that I'm Lain? They say, you're not Lain, which is the biggest joke on earth because I am Lain. Now, how many times do I have to say I'm Lain on this channel until people actually pick up on it? Here's something you have to understand since people aren't processing it. What you're seeing, the body, first of all, let me explain this. The body being recorded by this video is not a human body. That's part one. Part two is my mind. My mind is not a human mind. The way I am perceiving this body was as though I literally had no body. So I spend my time speculating with no body as though since I have no body, then what I say of this body must be true. Since I don't have one. So if I say, given my mind, if you let's say you went inside the mind of Lainey Wakura now, and you're seeing what I'm seeing through my eyes and shit. Well, you're gonna be fucking scared to death, essentially, because my mind is really scary. On the outside, people say I'm not scary. I can understand that. But on the inside, my mind is fucking horrifying. So you wonder philosophically how a mind can exist without a body, but this mind has a limitation of what is in of what is this like empty vessel which might constitute a body but really isn't. Essentially, what I'm saying is that Lain Iwakura really is just the void, and all of outer space and all of Lain, meaning me right here, is inside the void. But the void is what's outside of the universe, which is a common mistake that nihilists seem to make. I'm not a nihilist. Though I will state I do get extremely nihilistic at times. I'm not really a nihilist, since I believe in God. But taking it a step further, the anime Serial Experiments Lain asks questions about God. And because I am a philosopher, I want to know. So I do believe I sort of have a responsibility to understand these things that nobody else cares about. Nobody else cares, but I have a responsibility to understand the universe. Now, that is more important to me than making money. Now, yes, I could get a job, but I don't want to. Because I believe what I'm doing is legitimately more important by considering things and just smoking all day, cigarettes. It's legitimately more important to me than making money. Legitimately. But yes, you need money to pay the bills and survive. Either way, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to apply for a job. Now, do keep in mind, why don't I feel bad? Well, I don't feel bad because I don't care about looking tough. If I have to get a job so I can look tough or get a big stack of money, I just don't fucking care. I'm not a human. Why would I care about that? All I care about is surviving. I mean, I'm resilient. I survived hard drugs for 6 years with almost no money at all. You throw me in the fucking streets and I'm homeless, I'll still fucking survive. Homeless people survive. But it's like, bro, does anyone not think that Lain Iwakura, me, well, yes, myself, does anyone not think, alright, Lain Iwakura is walking the earth right now. He looks like a man, I mean, she looks like a man to everybody else. But to her, she is a woman. And all the way, by the way, in my daily life, I will never be seen as a woman as long as I live, even though that's what I am. The reason I don't care about going to the gym every day so I can get big muscles is because I'm a woman and I had to figure that out. I'm legitimately a cisgender female. I mean, I don't really feel like making another video about my body parts. I already made a video about my body parts. But anyway, so like Lain Iwakura is walking the earth, but nobody cares. Nobody says, alright, there's a non-human person walking around. Does anybody care? Well, in the place that I'm living, it doesn't really make a difference because nobody sees me as anything more than another man. You're just one more man in this sea of 4 billion men and 4 billion women. I mean, I really had to process that. There's 8,000 million people on this earth. So, yes, I'm screaming into the void, making videos that get upwards of 30 views on YouTube. But there's 8,000 million people. So then you get really fucking nihilistic saying, if there's 8,000 million people, why wouldn't I just be an asshole? Well, maybe you shouldn't be an asshole, you prick. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. But anyways, it's more important that the world knows Lain Iwakura is here, but I take it a step further. Since I believe Lain Iwakura is Allah, the one God, who wrote the Holy Quran. But you can't say that because you're putting yourself at a serious risk. I mean, I feel like I'm already at a serious risk just by being a non-human. It doesn't really matter.